polynomial part 2. Exercise 2.1.
2.1. जी सर.
Yeah, we have to find the number of zeros, but we are going to find the nature of the polynomial and the zeros also. So this is constant polynomial because it is parallel to x-axis and it is not intersecting at all at any point on x-axis. So its zeros are no zeros. You will not like zeros, no zeros. It has no zeros. Okay. So
Yes.
second one is having 0, 1. So when it is having 0, 1, so in that case we cannot say cubic polynomial. This is not a cubic polynomial. The number of zeros आ जाते हैं, then it is actually number of zeros is 1. Okay, it is cubic, correct. Because it is not a straight line, we cannot say it is a
Linear.
linear cubic. But all the zeros can be same. And it has 3, so there is no doubt 3 zeros, cubic polynomial. It is cutting at 2 points, this A point and this is B point, suppose. So therefore number of zeros are 2 and its name is quadratic polynomial. It is intersecting at 4 points, therefore the number of zeros are 4 and it is called biquadratic polynomial. The last one is intersecting at 3 points, 1, 2, 3. So it is a cubic polynomial. Okay, got it?
Yes sir.
Now we can go ahead. As we have seen the relation between the zeros and the coefficients of the polynomial in the previous class, part 1, we have seen the relation alpha plus beta minus b upon a. Now the roots minus b upon a and product this relation we have discussed. Okay. So here we have to find the zeros of the polynomial, quadratic polynomial. First we have to find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial and then we have to verify also. We have to verify the relation between the zeros and its coefficients. Okay, this question is given in the textbook also, in an exercise also. To find the zeros. So how to find the zeros? Hmm. So what we will do, we will write the given polynomial is what? Px is equal to x square plus 7x plus 10. And we will find the factors of this polynomial and equate each factor to 0 to find the value of x. That x will be the zeros. So from this we can say that here a is equal to what? 1 and b coefficients are a is equal to 1, b is equal to 7 and c is equal to 10. Now we have to find alpha beta. Means there we have to find alpha beta means we have to find out their
Zeros.
their zeros. Okay. So how to find the zeros? So we will do by splitting the middle term. So split the middle term, 10 1 the 10. So 7, how will you split 10? 5 to the 10. 5 and 2 will be equal to 7. So we can write this polynomial as x square plus 5x plus 2x plus 10. Okay, correct. Then x is common, x plus 5, and from these two terms 2 is common, so x plus 5, x plus 5 is common, so x plus 5 into x plus 2. So these are the factors of the given polynomial. Now equating each factor to 0 to get the values of x. X plus 5 is equal to 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0. It will give x is equal to minus 5 or x is equal to minus 2. So this will be alpha. We can take any one alpha, any and other will be beta. Beta will be equal to minus 2. Okay. So we got the zeros. Find the zeros. First question was find the zeros. So therefore zeros are, you can say, the zeros of the given polynomial. Zeros of the given polynomial are minus 5 and minus 2. Now second thing is verify the relation between. Okay. So second is verification. Second is verification of relation between, verification of relationship between zeros and, so this part is first part. Now second part we have to verify. So as you know, we have to verify means we have to verify alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a first relation. There are two relations. So first we will verify first relation and then second relation. Just substituting both the side values, and if they are equal, it is verified. So alpha, what is the value of alpha? Alpha is minus 5 and beta is minus 2. So minus plus minus, minus 2 minus b. B is what? 7 and a is 1. So minus 5 minus 2 is minus 7 is equal to minus 2. Sorry, minus 7 is equal to minus 7. Hence it is verified. The first relation is verified. Then second relation is alpha into beta is equal to c upon a. Alpha is minus 5 and beta is minus 2 and c is 10, a is 1. So minus into minus plus 5 to the 10 is equal to 10. It is also verified. So we have verified the relationship between the coefficients and the zeros, between the zeros and the coefficients. This relationship has been verified. So there are two parts in this question. In 1 mark, they can ask to find only zeros. So if we have to find zeros, we will find, split the term, find the factors, equate to 0. Why we are equating to 0? Because zeros of the polynomial are the values which, when substituting, we get answer as 0. That's why. Okay, got it? Then now this is again we have another question which is also the same question. Find the zeros of the polynomial, verify the relation. And this is example, we will do it later on. Find a quadratic polynomial, the sum and product of whose zeros are given. Yes, this formula was left in the previous class. I will tell you. Actually, whenever zeros are given, then how to make the polynomial, that was left in the previous class. So I'll tell you now. So whenever alpha beta are given and we have to make the polynomial, there is a formula. We have to use a formula to make a polynomial with the given zeros. Means alpha beta are given, then how to make the polynomial. So there is a formula. And some, we have seen one formula. Which formula we have seen? Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a and alpha beta c upon a. But this works when you have ABC. Here we have not given ABC. Here you have given alpha as minus 3 and beta as 2. Okay, beta is equal to 2. Whenever alpha and beta are given, then the polynomial we can write the polynomial if alpha and beta are given. The formula is we use to find, we can find many polynomials, infinite number of polynomials. That's why we are keeping k here. So in some books you will not find this k, but you should write the k, and the formula is x square minus sum of the roots alpha plus beta x plus product of the roots. So in terms of language, you can write here sum of the roots and plus product of the roots. So here alpha beta are given, we can substitute here, and I will tell you what to do for k. So you should always write k with this one, and then we can write x square. Now we can substitute the values of alpha and beta to get the quadratic polynomial. So alpha is -3 and beta is 2, correct? Here x plus alpha is -3, multiply it with 2. So we get k into x square -3 plus 2 minus 1, and because of this -1, this will become plus. So plus x minus 3 to the 3. This k is a constant. K is a constant. It is called like arbitrary constant. We can put any value of k, 1, 2, 3, 4. So whenever there is no friction, here there is no friction, we can put k is equal to 1. So here k is equal to 1. So we get px is equal to, here k is equal to 1. We will take k is equal to 1. Px is equal to x square plus x minus 6. So this is the polynomial we made with the given alpha and beta. If you put k is equal to 2, your answer will be, if you can multiply by any number, then it will give the same result, same zeros. Zeros will be same. If you will multiply this by 2, the result will be same. So that's why we are putting k, and at last you can put the value of k as 1. In most of the cases, you can put the value of k as 1. Wherever fraction will come, you can put the value. If 1 by 2 is coming, you can put k is equal to 2 to get the answer in a without fraction. Okay, that is the role of k. So you can see, and for cubic polynomials, if this one we have seen. Now cubic polynomial, verify the zeros and verify the relationship between. This is the relationship for cubic polynomials we have seen. So it is also there, but here there you will find a one star, which shows that it is not from the examination point of view. But we have to do because it was asked sometime, maybe asked, but we will do that one also. Before that, we are starting exercise 2.2. In 2.2, you can see there, find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial and verify the relation that we have already we have done that type of question. So we are taking some questions from this also. So I think if you see all these questions, there is a where you will find the difference. Here you have question number 1, you have quadratic equation. Question number, this is a quadratic equation which is in the standard form, means just you have to split the term and find the zeros and then verify its relation. Similarly, second also a quadratic equation. If you see this equation, this is a quadratic equation, but instead of writing 7x here, they have written 3 here. So that is a trick of writing so that you can get confused. So you can write 6x square minus 7x and minus 3. Here sign will not change because we are not going to change the side. So therefore, first you have to arrange and then you will split the term to find the value of x. This is simple. And these two are also quadratic equations, but they are having two terms. So first I will take fourth and fifth question. Okay. So in fourth question, you have given the polynomial in variable u. So pu is equal to 4u square plus 8u. So this is a simple question. Here we can directly take common 4 and u is common. 4 to the 8. So u plus 2 will be left inside. So when you equate 0, so u is equal to 0. First you will get u is equal to 0 and u plus 2 is equal to 0. That means u is equal to minus 2. So here alpha is equal to what? 0 and beta you got minus 2. And what about ABC? A is the coefficient of u square. U square is 4. So A will be 4 and yes, minus 2 and 0. This is minus 2. So A is equal to 4 and B is equal to 8 and C is not there. So C is equal to 0. So we got the zeros. So first answer we got zeros, zeros of, we should write the answers also. Zeros of the polynomial PU are 0 and minus 2. Now verify alpha plus beta is equal to, first verification, alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a. What is alpha? Alpha is 0. Here beta is minus 2. Minus b, value of b is 8. A is 4. So 4 to the 8 minus 2 is equal to minus 2 verified. Okay. Then verify the second part, that is alpha into beta is equal to c upon a. Alpha is 0. So 0 multiply with minus 2 is equal to c. What is the value of c? C is 0, 0 by 4. So 0 into minus 2, 0, 0 divided by 4 is 0. So both sides are equal, therefore it is also verified. So we have verified also relation and we got the zeros also. But sometimes we don't have the values which are easily converted into factors. Like if you see question number 5, just see question number 5. In question number 5, how will you find the factors? So in this case, what will you do? Suppose in question number 5, we are taking question number 5 is in variable t. So t square minus 15. So we cannot get any number common and we don't have the perfect square. 15 is not the perfect square. So in that case, what we will do, it can be written as t square minus under root 15, because root square is a number. Under root 15 square will be equal to 15. Then we can use the formula to find the factors. A square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b and equate them to 0 to get the zeros. So t plus under root 15 and t minus under root 15. Okay, now equating to 0. So t plus under root 15 is equal to 0 or t minus under root 15 is equal to 0 is equal to 0 and t is equal to minus under root 15 or t is equal to under root 15. So we got alpha beta. So here alpha is equal to minus under root 15 and beta is equal to under root 15. These are the zeros. And ABC also you should write here, ABC also in the starting. Only you can write A is equal to 1 and T is not there. So B is equal to 0 and C is equal to minus 15. Just remember the sign. Don't forget to get the sign. So alpha, beta, now these are the zeros. So you can write here zeros are this. Now verification. So first verify first one. Here you can write the zeros of this is equal to minus 15 and 15. Then alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a, verify. What is alpha? Alpha is minus under root 15 plus under root 15 is equal to minus b. B is 0. 0 upon 1, so 0. 15 minus 15 plus 15 cancel, 0 upon 0. Therefore, it is verified. Okay. And second one is alpha into beta is equal to b upon a. Alpha is minus under root 15 into under root 15 under root 15 is equal to c. What is c? C is minus 15, a is 1. So minus plus minus under root 15 into 15, 15 minus 15 is equal to minus 15. So it is also verified. Okay. So you can try rest of the questions because I did splitting of middle term. We have done splitting of middle term in 9th class also. So you can try the rest of the questions